count one, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the offense.
Guilty on all counts. Just a short while ago, a Cobb County jury found a mental health counselor guilty on 16 counts of abusing, exploiting, and neglecting disabled patients. Now, this is a story our Fox 5 I-Team has covered for months.
And senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell gives us our first look at police video that captured those horrible living conditions.
That's right, Russ. We've heard about it, but this is the first time other than in court that it's been shown publicly. It's a case that prosecutor Jason Marbutt said shocks the conscience. It began with filthy conditions in an unlicensed personal care home. Helen Bell has already pled guilty to abusing her residents, and now a jury has found her daughter, Dr. Sheila Hawkins, guilty as well.
It all starts with the basement, captured on police video and shown to the jury.
There was, in each of these rooms, when you walked in, there was a severe stench of body odor and urine. 3
different disabled men lived in this dark, cramped, smelly basement on Windy Hill Road, with no heat or air, food under lock and key, and an open-air toilet. Everyone agreed it is deplorable. The key argument is, who is to blame?
And what I also want you to remember is that they're people, not pets.
Cobb County Assistant DA Jason Marbutt has already successfully prosecuted the woman who ran this unlicensed personal care home, Helen Bell, for abusing and exploiting those disabled men. 2 of them, Joe Wilson and Robert Bacon, who talked to the Fox 5 I-Team months ago, testified during the trial.
She's sorry. Plain darn sorry.
Now the prosecutor was trying to prove Helen Bell's daughter, Dr. Sheila Hawkins, was also part of a criminal conspiracy to run the unlicensed home. Marbutt argued to the jury that Dr. Hawkins, who owns Serene Reflections Therapeutic Center, sent a stream of her own patients to live at her mother's home, knowing it was unlicensed.
She shirked her responsibility. She closed her eyes to what was right in front of her face. And then she comes here and she tells you, well, I didn't know.
There's no conspiracy here. The person who committed the crime is in jail. This is an overreach by the state.
But Torris Butterfield, Dr. Hawkins' attorney, argued she had a love-hate relationship with her mother, never set foot in the basement of her mother's home, and had no idea how her mother treated those men.
She's not guilty of abuse, exploitation, and neglect of Travis, Robert, and Joseph.
Mr. Butterfield at times expressed anger for the prosecution of a woman he said was an example of the American dream. Butterfield called the state's case stupid, unfair, and overzealous, and said prosecutor Jason Marbutt had overreached.
He was lost in the sauce, as I told you. He's so determined to make this stupid story fit that he's ignoring evidence of innocence.
Well, the jury didn't agree, and after a 2-week trial and dozens of witnesses, the jury took just a little over 2.5 hours to reach a verdict on 16 separate counts, including abuse, neglect, and exploitation of those disabled men in that unlicensed personal care home. Russ, Sine?
Yeah, the victims so vulnerable in that circumstance that they needed somebody that they could trust.
Yeah, and they were key witnesses in this trial, as you can imagine. And in fact, one of them, the prosecutor, Mr. Marbutt, showed his picture to the jury and said, this is the star witness. We met them here. You know, we talked to them. We brought their story to the Fox 5 viewers. Sure. And you could tell these are men that needed desperate help. And they didn't need, obviously, the jury believes, what they got there.
Yeah, no one does. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.